Hello and welcome to Christie Park for round 18 of the 2025 NPL New South Wales men's competition for this titanic clash between third place Northwest Sydney Spirit and fourth place APIA Leichhardt. With so much more than the 3 points up for grabs, possibilities of a title charge and finals positions coming later on in the year.
Lukovic, Nick and Luca Falconi. Our starting lineup is number 1, Chris Marquez, number 3, Kaya Williams, number 4, Brady Smith, number 7, Frankie Lukovic, number 8, Graham Corwell and captain, number 9, Yu Okubo, number 10, Mikey Konostava, 13, Simon Nicholas, 15, Jamie Pasewski, 19, Zane Alwalia, and 22, Takumi Afuka. For APIA Leichhardt, led by David Diapuzo and Frank Pedizzi. 0 goalkeeper, Cameron Fong. Number 2, what's this? Number 2, Zaya Kambiashi. Number 5, Dredden Kelly. Number 7, Jack Stewart. Number 9, Presley Ortiz. Number 16, Sean Simmons. Number 17, Jordan Segreto. 18, Adrian Muccino. 21, Michael Coulter. 22, Eddie Caspers. 80, Oliver Karch.
Hello everyone and welcome to a beautiful night here in Sydney's Northwest for what has turned into the biggest matchup on the calendar for APIA and Spirit. A battle of two premiership contenders with pedigree right across the pitch. Northwest Sydney Spirit and APIA Leichhardt. The new kids on the block and a club that has been the benchmark of excellence in this storied competition. With Rockdale and Marconi set to take centre stage tomorrow afternoon, all eyes dawn on Christie Park for this gargantuan clash in round 18 of the 2025 NPL Men's New South Wales competition. My name is Bo Clements. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and let's have a look at how our sides will line up for this clash. The visiting APIA Leichhardt, coached by David Apuzzo and Franco Parisi, will line up with the following: number 24, Cameron Fong; number 2, Seiya Kambayashi; number 4, Drayden Kelly; number 7, Jack Stewart; number 9, Presley Ortiz; number 16, Sean Simmons; 17, Jordan Segreto; captain and number 18, Adrian Uchino; number 21, Michael Kuta; 22, Eddie Caspers; and in goal, Oliver Kalatz. As APIA get us underway in their traditional strip, running left to right, and already Kelly put under pressure, and the urgency of this competition on display from the get-go. Ortiz trying to link with Kambayashi, but Spirit up in the face early. Northwest Sydney Spirit will line up with the following, coached by David Perkovic and Nick Bareka. In goal, number 1, Christopher Marquez; 3, Kaya Williams; 4, Brady Smith; 7, Frankie Luvacevic; number 8, and captain Grant Courtwell; number 9, Yu Akubo; number 10, Michael Konestabo; number 13, Simon Nicholas; 15, Jamie Pochevsky; 19, Zane Ahluwalia; and number 22, Takumi Ofuka. Spirit looking to deploy that high press, and Akubo's ended up with it. One of 3 unique goal scorers in the round 3 clash out at Lambert Park. The Spirit really took APIA Leichhardt to the cleaners. Akuba, Ofuka, and Kavanagh all ending up on the score sheet that day. Just quickly on the bench as well for the Spirit: number 6, Corey Kavanagh; number 11, Ollie Wigan; 14, Marco Adambasic; number 17, Jacob Chidiak; 21, Harry Keys; and 51, Christoph Chen. Williams in a battle with Stewart, which will be quite a spectacle for this 90 minutes tonight. High ball, Spirit come away with it. Kelly rushing out, and really gives me shades of Themba Mwata Malo, the way he just goes about his business. APIA looking to press high themselves. Stewart trying to close down Williams. Spirit looking to come down the left-hand side. Akubo ahead there of Kelly. Makes amends brilliantly as Kelly. And wins a foul for the efforts as well. Working through midfield, Kambayashi. Cornwell not wanting to take any chances. Real battle of muscle in the corner, and Spirit come away Kubo is looking to make that darting run. APIA look to go to work. Kambayashi on the left-hand side. Ortiz lurking on that penalty spot. Simmons, one of the veterans of this competition. Kambayashi back with Kuta. Kelly, Stewart dropping into the fullback role, switching there with Fong. Delivery looking for Ortiz. It'll float all the way through. A brilliant little touch from Spirit, but Kuta there to intercept. Well, 4.5 minutes played and already so much action in this one with plenty more to come. Stewart. A trail of yellow streaking behind him, continues the run. Brilliant ball through for Ortiz, and the flag put a halt to that. Just how quickly APIA can turn it on. Nicholas down the left-hand side of Kubo. Flag has stayed down. Trying to isolate Kelly. Lovely little back heel for Nicholas. Picks it up again, Kubo. Cornwell not liking his options. Goes back home for safety. Williams. Long ball cut out there by Simmons. APIA snuffing it out straight away. Returning the ball back to the back line of the Spirit. Ofuka. On the turn, Lukovic. Williams back across to Jamie Pachevsky. Half a floater put in. Lukovic brilliantly winning it over. Fuka just drifting offside. Luka Falcone, David Perkovic immediately up on their feet. 6 seconds once that ball was lost. Wanting to employ that high press. It's well worth the effort there from Smith. It's almost expecting Conestabo to have a go at that one first. Fong's been the point of attack for Spirit down this left-hand side. Touch from Kelly. Picked up in midfield, and Spirit come away with it. Lukovic through for Ofuka. Ball across the face, looking for a Kubo. And Kuta gives a bit of a chance for APIA to live through this. Cornwell drills from range. The shot always rising. Williams Doing well there just to shield Stewart away. Here he is now, Jack Stewart. Picked off, though, by Conestabo. Lukovic just has the ball behind his run. Ortiz looking to sneak in behind. Christopher Marquez has to be aware there, and he was. Ofuka. Nicholas. Smith, that's a deft little touch from Ofuka. Not deft enough. Akubo. Fong comes away with it. Referee taking a tumble, and Williams, really in some uncharted territory for the centre half, will drop it off. Akubo, it's a brilliant little dummy in behind. And penalty given. Or is it on the edge of the area? Referee didn't point to the spot initially. And looking at the replay, I mean, the right leg of Akubo is outside the area, but the left foot is right on the line. Very tight, but I have to say, correct decision has been paid there. Kubo with an absolute sea of burgundy and blue. Kubo. The man who draws the foul. The one to knock it away. The Spirit players lurking on the edge of that 18-yard. To the front post. Knotted. Driven goalward by Pachevsky. Spirit in the ascendancy in the opening 15 here at Christie Park. And the 3 points for Spirit tonight will see them level with Rockdale, who, as I mentioned before, take on Marconi in the match of the rounds. Nicholas uncontested there, turns it over. A few sweeping challenges. Pachevsky finally puts a bit of oomph behind it. Uchino comes off second best, but APIA retained possession. Caspers. Lovely little flick on there. Cornwell leaving a bit on Caspers. Sagredo trying to force it. Nicholas with something of a hospital pass, but it's fixed up by Williams. Stewart picked off there by Nicholas. Really well done. Now Afuka. Kubo finds the space on the right-hand side. Uchino. Great deal of composure in that holding midfield role. Williams. Segreto. A futile attempt at pressing this Spirit back line. Spirit really winning this midfield battle in the opening quarter of an hour. Really well done there from Simmons. A bit of return served there by Michael Conestavo. Referee for this evening, Carl Davies. Immediately over there just to try to settle things down. Still a lot more football to go. You can see just how much this means. Not just tonight, but later on down the year when we get into finals football conversations. I know Marconi are very far up the road, but even possibilities of the minors too. APIA doing really well to try and stifle Spirit in their own half. Kelly back to Kalitz. Pachevsky takes the safe option. Fong into Segreto. Great little touch. Lukovic there just in case, and needed he was. The wind starting to settle down in Christie Park. No cloud coverage, so it'll certainly drop off temperature-wise as the night goes on. Uchino bumps off Afuka. Stewart. Carl Davies putting that back in for a Jack Stewart handball. Awkward bounce there for Kelly, but he comes away with it. Caspers looking to play through. Presley Ortiz. Marquez leaves no doubt. And that's really well pressed there from Afuka. Forces the last touch to come off Kelly. Spirit earn themselves a corner. Swung into the back post this time. The looping header can't come goalward. Kalats sitting up in the wind. Stewart able to bring it down though. A lot of interchanging in positions in this APIA attack. Segretso and Kambayashi moving across. So Kambayashi brings down Cornwell. Kuta wins in the air, but Spirit come away with a throw. Kambayashi just runs out of space there. Chevsky back now to Marquez, which allows APIA to pull their line up. Marquez looks to get in behind it through a Kubo. Goes to grounds. Get under the challenge of Kelly, but this time Carl Davies says that that one was legal. That's a really poor pass in midfield, which Ofuka will gladly pick up. Williams into Lukovic. Nicholas. APIA do well to turn them back. Cornwell. Conestabo. Ball coming in, looking for a Kubo. Stuck underneath him, and he's grappled to the ground. It's really quite messy on the edge of the area. Eventually. Kalats just turns it straight over into Spirit. APIA have really struggled to unlock this midfield battle in the opening quarter of the game. Spirit are all over them, but still 0-0 the score. Spirit look to change that though as Nicholas starts to drive in towards APIA. Kuta looking to take matters into his own hands. Kambayashi, brilliant there from the captain Cornwell. The pass not so much, but invites a Kubo into the corner. Conestabo somehow finds Lukovic there. Brought down by Nicholas. First time ball by Nicholas. Now for the goal kick. Some good football from the Spirit going from side to side. And Kubo's had plenty of involvement, but not really in that middle third of the park. He's really being dragged to this left-hand side. I'm not sure if that's by intention to try and get Kelly out of the equation. Ofuka has looked to come inside during those runs. APIA very fortunate to come away with a throw in there. Straight away, This Spirit suffocation. It's winning possession yet again. The furthest forward APIA player just then was 20 metres away from the halfway line. They're just so far deep. And again, it continues. Fortunate there, APIA. Simmons picks up the loose touch. And looks to continue the run. Kambayashi coming inside. Stewart lets one fly. Marquez will parry it down. Nicholas stopping on a dime. Williams, the license to roam. Looks to clip in behind. Afuka, Fong, the poor pass. Kalitz just has to swing at it to stop it from going behind for the corner. Uchino into Segreto. That's some great link-up play. Williams determined to cut it out. Uchino picked off by Conestabile. That's brilliant. And Kelly immediately goes to work to put an end to it. Just the acrobatics, though, there from Conestabile. Really unlucky not to be able to link up with a Kubo there. And again, just look at how deep. Presley Ortiz right now is the furthest forward APIA player. And look how far away he is from troubling Spirit. That could change right now, though. Casper's trying to get in behind off the throw-in. And Spirit face their first little bit of mess. APIA can't quite capitalise on, but they'll keep the ball for now. Again now, Fong being given the license to roam and Jack Stewart dropping to right back. Upended is Segreto by Cornwell. Caspers goes early. The referee not happy with a quick take. Staying down is Segreto. Of course, that added effect of just how cold it is out here at Macquarie Park. Any bit of contact stings that much more. Have to say, from performance side of things, Spirit have really had APIA's number in this opening half an hour. That backline of APIA not letting anything through just yet. Kambayashi stutters the run. Cornwell immediately making amends. Uchino looking to get the deft touch in. Spirit survive. Caspers. Kuta bringing it up. Kambayashi ends. Spirit doing really well to close it off. Kelly with a bursting run. Stewart with a first-time delivery. Snuffed out there by Smith. And Afuka gets the touch past Kelly. They're going to beat him for pace, so turns back in. Smith Throw in coming off Fong. Cornwell. Aluwalia with a lot less involvement than his opposite wingback, Simon Nicholas. That's a brilliant layoff there. Afuka turns on a dime. Still alive, Uakubo. Smith bundles over Achino and the whistle still falls silent. Caspers and Ortiz getting mixed up there. It'll fall through to Marquez, but Spirit with just pandemonium on the edge of the APIA box. Comfortably for Kalats. Cornwell, Smith, Aluwali under pressure. Conestabo, Smith skips past the challenge of Simmons. And Conestabo now with room to open up the delivery. Oh, I thought Kelly nearly hadn't got enough on that. Aluwali up with the delivery. Caspers gets the first touch. Smith puts it back in, nodded away by Fong. I have to say, for a lack of goals, it's certainly lived up to its expectations this match. Pachevsky. Nicholas does well to find Afuka down the left-hand side. Smith going to ground. Play on. Williams inside. Kubo can't get the touch. And Caspers shrugs Williams off. Looks to see up Stewart. Marquez. Brilliant read there. Kubo just coming together with Kuto illegally. Simmons. Haven't heard too much from him either this evening. Kalats. And APIA really getting through by the skin of their teeth. But Afuka comes away, tries to pirouette, and that's brilliant from the skipper. Again, APIA really letting themselves down on the counter-attack. The option to get that long ball, they're just going straight up the guts, and this middle three of Pachevsky and Williams especially, they're picking up all the scraps. And Marquez, pretty good pace for a goalkeeper, able to rush out whenever needed. Marquez. Williams. Nicholas put under pressure. Williams floating it up. Great touch from Akubo, but Kuta was sweeping in that play. See if that's something that they look to employ a bit more often, because Kelly's really struggling and these balls against Akubo. Aluwalia opens up. Fong behind for a corner. 10 left in the opening half. Spirit with really everything but the goal in the opening 45 here at Christie Park. Kalax comes out to make a punch. Kambayashi into Segreto. And now APIA, can they turn the burners on and counter quickly? And Segreto with an absolute coat hanger. Pachevsky and Kelly both called back. Certainly there, Segreto deserving of that foul. I'm not sure what's happened between Pachevsky and Kelly. I saw Carl Davies lift the card back up. So Kelly and Pachevsky both in the book. Number 15 for Spirit. Number 17 and number 5 for APIA will go into the book. After all is said and done, a Spirit free kick. I thought Carl Davies had originally pointed the way of APIA foul, but must have been a case of Segreto's involvement outweighed the initial foul. Still, we continue this scuffle on the edge of the area. Aluwalia floats it in. Kalax with a pretty simple collect. And a cannon of an arm nearly finding Ortiz. Nicholas will see it back up for Akubo. Brings it down. Simmons. Great composure. Teed up. It'll hold up in the wind. Fong gets there ahead of Afuka. Afuka. Great bit of movement from Spirit to open up the game. Cornwell drops it in on for Conestabo. The spin not really going his way, but he manages to get a corner at the very least. Floated back post, Cornwell! Big save from Callats there. Smith getting the flick on to Afuka, but Smith's ball inside immediately turns it over. Lukovic, brilliant read to cut out the ball intended for his opposite number 7, Jack Stewart. Okubo. What an awkward challenge for Connor Starbo there. Just the throw in though. In fact, no, it will be a free kick. I thought I heard Carl Davies blow his whistle, and in fact he has. Wind really starting to cut through. Alu Walia with a delivery. Fong into Smith through a sea of bodies. Williams. Bundled to the ground as Williams. Carl Davies says nothing in it. Callats. Pachevsky storms out to meet it. Thumping header for Conestabo. Akubo now. This is promising for Spirit. And Kuto, who's really been the best of the back four for APIA. Alu Walia. Back to Pachevsky. APIA defending with what looks like a back 6 at the minute. Simmons strong in the challenge. Lucino. Last touch comes off a Spirit player. 2.5 left of regular time. By my guess, probably a minute or two to be tacked on the end of this one. Lukovic. Smith. Stewart. Fong. Pachevsky through the back is Kaspers. Spirit, they've taken the foot off a little bit. But by all accounts, they've really bossed this opening half. Segreto. Fong. Segreto. Kaspers. Can APIA hit early? Blocked by Cornwell. APIA stay alive with Simmons. Kuta makes a venture forward. Doesn't like the options. Kambayashi. Ortiz laying it off for Segreto. Ortiz, he hasn't really been able to get a hold of the ball much this half. Full credit to Pachevsky, Williams, and Cornwell, that middle of the back three that have done a really good job at stuffing this APIA attack. Okubo. Williams picks the pocket, but just can't get his feet set. Nicholas and Stewart continuing this little battle. 2 minutes tacked on the ends. Spirit have got to be careful here. They've really let APIA in the door in the last 5 minutes. Sneaking in is Fong. Marquez came down awkwardly, but lands on the ball conveniently for him. Kelly immediately looking to go. Ortiz lurking. Lukovic into Nicholas. Great pass out to Aluwalia. Stuffed there by Simmons and Kambayashi. And what Spirit have done really well is win that in the first 5-10 seconds of them losing the ball. That high press right on the edge of the area as APIA look to get their combinations brewing. Spirit's doing a tremendous job at cutting that out. As it stands, not much more than the performance to show for it. The scoreboard's still blank. I expect we won't go too much beyond the allocated 2 minutes before Carl Davies sends the boys into the sheds. Kubo. Time for perhaps one more attack. No, there will not be. Go into the sheds. Halftime here at Christie Park. It's Northwest Sydney Spirit 0. APIA Leichhardt 0. back to Christie Park for the second half here of the round 18 matchup between the NWS Spirit and APIA Leichhardt, the 2025 NPL New South Wales men's competition. Bo Clements with you here to take you through the second half. If we pick up where we left off, we're in store for a lot more action. It was APIA who really took the momentum into half-time, but Spirit have really been all over this one. 5 shots on goal. APIA have only managed to register 1 shot. And that might change here though. Kambayashi out to Stewart. With Ortiz lurking. Spirit attempting to clear their lines. A few maybe fouls played on. Ortiz on the left-hand side. Cornwell. Kelly. Kubo just calling for the high ball there instead next time. Stewart poking it through Ortiz, that's lovely. Ortiz unable to get that touch and it'll end up in the grasp of Marquez. Kelly just almost a specky there on Iwakuba. Chino. Caspers trying to ride the challenge as best he could. Didn't do it for so long though. So Segredo will take ownership of this one.
Who's on Kuda? Who's on Kuda? Who's on Kuda? Who's on Kuda? Safe guys.
Cornwell. Fuka.
Head up! Let's go!
Sends it back the way it came. A throw in coming Apia's way. Simmons forces it through. Stewart and now Apia are the ones picking the pocket up high. Lukovic. We'll sit up Conestabo with Aluwalia on the line. Conestabo with Lukovic. Out wide, Nicholas. Conestabo! And that was some brilliant football there from NWS Spirit. Conestabo at the front of it. Williams will see it out over the side. It's just getting a bit too adventurous with how far forward he wants to take this throw. Chino. Kambayashi dummies. Spirit still doing quite well. Turn away this APIA attack anytime it comes knocking. Over the top, looking for Ortiz. Again, it just doesn't drop soon enough. Number 9 who really made a name for himself. St. George City last season. What an exciting attack that side had. Connor Starbo going to ground, and again what side of the line has that fallen on? Because there wasn't a point to the spot. And it's red. Now remember, Drayden Kelly was already given a yellow card early in the first half when he had that coming together with Jamie Pachewski, so APIA will be forced to play the majority of the second half a man down. Now, I'd have to say it is very, very close, this call. Looking at it, which side of the line it did fall on.
Not this one, this one. Hey, we get one.
Adrian Uchino also going in the book. It's the first sort of flash of passion from APIA when the foul was given and Kelly was sent off, and then again with the penalty. Ofuka for Spirit, and he skies it! Well then. Well then. Spirit with a chance to open the scoring blaze over the bar. Now, quite ironically, what sort of spirit did this 10-man APIA side have? Akubo. Back to Afuka. Can he make amends? No! Linesman pulls it up. Franco Parisi just having a bit of a panic attack at the moment, trying to sort out his defensive line, this back three that they've tried to make in a flash. Simmons having to tuck in, and Cameron Fong as well. It looks like, from what I originally saw, Parisi's just going to hold that back three for now, but will certainly be going to the bench. So unlucky there, Afuka. If he could have just stayed on side. Cornwell. Like there are a couple of changes that APIA will be looking to employ. Afuka clipping it to the back post. Akubo doesn't bounce kindly to him. Segreto will try to pace it down the line. Aluwalia, brilliant. Smith gets in the way there and Carl Davies substitution. Bertoliso on and Farinella just so much going on at the moment. So the captain Adrian Uchino has been called off, number 18 for APIA. Drayden Kelly sent off for APIA. And Presley Ortiz, the number 9, also substituted off for APIA. Coming into the fray, number 8, Joel Bertolicio, and number 99, Franco Farinella. I told you as this second half kicked off that we're due plenty more action. And fair to say it's lived up to that. Cornwell, the diag for Afuka. Now can he do it? No! Brilliant stop from Kalatz. And APIA, can the 10-man APIA go and reply? Kambayashi. Kaspers playing a makeshift number 9 at the moment. Kuta. And Bertolicio has joined the back line now that they've pulled Ortiz off, so APIA go to a back four once again. And Franco Farinella, it's just a like-for-like swap for Adrian Uchino. Possibly, on the one hand, being booked already, but tend to think just having a bit more pace at the base of midfield with how ferocious Spirit are going to try to bash the door down in the next half an hour. APIA, they live for pressure. Kambayashi to the back post. Simmons can't quite get the connection to pull it back in. Williams. Nicholas. Kaspers. Hitting the deck, Farinella. Cole Davies, waves play on though. Simmons. Farinella ahead there of Nicholas, but can't do much with it. Williams skips past the challenge. Ahluwalia puts the hand up, asks for the switch. Caspers can't bat it on any further. Perchevsky into Smith. Walia. Lukovic. Conestabo. Cornwell. Searching ball. Lukovic. Never really going to get there. David Perkovic just giving the word to Spirit. Just keep the ball speed up. Keep it moving. Don't let APIA get settled. Ahluwalia coming off for Marko Adambasic. Freddie Lukovic has come off for number 6, Corey Kavanagh. I mentioned in the first half, 3 goal scorers in the 3-0 win over APIA out at Lambert Park. Now on the field with Kavanagh taking stage. Last touch there off Kambayashi. So from what I can see, Akubo looks to be playing now in the 10. And Arambasic, who looks to be even half a foot taller than Michael Kuta, will be leading the line. So we might get to that stage where Spirit just start lumping balls in the box. He's got plenty of height. Perchevsky, Williams as well being one of those. Bounce favours Caspers. Smith just bundles him over, making sure the break can't happen. Kambayashi. Play on, says Carl Davies. Akubo. Farinella. Williams just comes and barrels it. It's a Farinella. A deflection going 40 metres the other way. Cornwell. Good press from the 10-man APIA. Smith into Arambasic. Really well done, Conestabo. Thought Fong may have been able to get a touch on that. Akubo. Good stop from Kalatz. But the Spirit machine keeps ticking on. APIA doing a fairly reasonable job. Their newly found disadvantage. Spirit just really struggling to find an opening. APIA defending with a back, defending with 5-4 at the moment as their formation. Spirit trying to link up with Aaron Basic.
Too slow in the ball! Too slow! Get it wider! Go, go!
Nicholas gets a touch, but for the throw, going APIA's way. Farinella, God, has he lit a fire in the belly of APIA since coming on. It's the sort of scenario that all these youngsters in the NPL setups sort of dream of, just being dropped in at a moment's notice. Flash audition. Kuta put under pressure by Akubo. The Spirit siege continues. Spirit faithful who would love nothing more than to see this turned in. Not on this occasion. Aaron Basic chased out of the area. Afuka will try to get her back in. Simmons. Up to Marquez.
Be deliberate. Be intentional. Brady, you don't have to be so deep.
Kavanagh, Akubo on the half turn. Kavanagh. Farinella does well. Breaking away, and here comes Stewart for APIA. Jack Stewart cutting in. Back post there, Kembiashi. And that needed to be done by Cornwell. Spirit with the extra man, not committing anyone forward on this corner. Danger does lurk from the set pieces, not so much the open play. Punched away by Marquez. Segreto into Simmons. Simmons across the face. It'll drop to Caspers. Spirit. See that little moment of danger away. Fong. Bertolosio. Pachevsky thumps it upfield once more. Segreto's found himself in a decent spot. Back inside for Farinella. Simmons. Really poor touch there, just lets him down. Looking to get that half a yards on Conestabo, and he almost did. Afuka inside for Smith. Can they make this extra man count? Nicholas. The substitute, Bertolicio. Important job there.
Taki, go higher. Taki, get in the box. Taki, go in the box. Enter the box. Yeah, Corey's out with you. Corey.
Now this time, Spirit going with something a little different. Smith sort of sitting on Kalatz, trying to freeze him in his own 6-yard line. Perchevsky playing off the back of Aaron Basic. In the end, it falls to Caspers first. Farinella tries to send Segredo on his way. Williams and Nicholas seeing themselves on the wrong side of the back five. It's what they're typically accustomed to. Marquez just hearing in there, talking to Cornwell, get them out of their shape. It's all good to have the ball, but to not try and stretch APIA, cut through the incisions. Kavanagh. Cornwell into Kavanagh. Offside. Kalatz into the corner, looking for Simmons. Kavanagh, Conestabo, Akubo, and they've got some space to work into. Conestabo just slices that delivery. Kalatz already starting to try and chew a bit of the clock off. Smith picks it off Stewart. And Farinella's copped a nice little whack there. Drop ball back with Sean Simmons. Kuta will float it up. Akubo can't get the touch. Cornwell will send it right back there though. This time he can. Kuta down the line, forced out over the side by Akubo. 15 minutes for APIA to hold on. A quarter of an hour for Spirit to find a winner. Here's the third option here where APIA break. Get a point, get a goal on the board and steal the 3 points away.
Second defender!
Stewart inside for Caspers. The touch is quite heavy. Rifles it into the side netting. Immediately, not wanting to go long, Spirit trying to get the ball flowing. Catch APIA before they can get goal side and get set in their shape. Say still, even if this game is to finish 0-0, it's got to be one of the most boring, one of the most entertaining 0-0s. Sorry.
Backyard, mate.
Of the entire season. I mean, it's had it all, really. Bit of a blue in the middle, a red card, a penalty which was blazed over the bar. Disallowed goal moments later. Chevsky lets it settle, holds it back to Marquez. Just trying to get Segredo to engage a bit more, try and open up the midfield. Balls like that aren't really going to do any favours for Spirit. Bertolicio, Kambayashi. Smith floats one up, testing Kalatz. Not the right decision on that occasion. Bit of a heart-in-mouth moment here. APIA just get away with that one. Conestabile. Kambayashi. Last touch of Kambayashi. Akubo. Ollie Wigan warming up just below me. Fresh injection of life for Spirit. So they look to hunt down this winner with 12 to go. Conestabile wriggles it out to Smith. Floated to the back post. Akubo! How on earth don't Spirit have a goal? Brady Smith off for Ollie Wigan. The final involvement, very nearly the winner. Rebound off Callas just came to Akubo. Too quick. There's still work to be done at the back end for Spiritus. Kambayashi and Stewart both taking turns at putting a bit of pressure on this back line. Farinella leaves the foul there on you, Akubo. One of the more prolific talisman of 2025, and with a performance tonight, Barr adding his name to the goal sheet, you can really see why. Stewart has the pocket picked. There's two APIA players down. Kavanagh. Farinella got the ball, says Davies. Caspers goes long. Fong's down at the moment, still play on. Stewart there. Upends Williams. Fong's still down, I believe, just with cramp. Jack Stewart goes in the book. And I've got to say he's even quite fortunate to just be given that. Straight studs up into Kaya Williams. A few more Leichhardt boys being called over. Try and help see out this final 10 minutes. Kubo. Makes Cornwell work for it, but he gets away with that. Wigan opens up, drifts past Stewart, pokes it through. Wigan goes to ground. Play on. Big save from Kalats. Final touch off Wigan. I saw the whistle in the mouth as Wigan went to ground. Played the advantage to allow Afuka that shot on goal. Now Josh Simmons after Cameron Fong gone down with a bit of a calf cramp. Rory Jordan. Eddie Caspers also being called off for number 11, Rory Jordan. Kavanagh. Afuka, that's a brilliant turn. Arambasic, they go on the spirit. Akuba. Nicholas just blazes it over the bar. Spirit bench up in arms over the lack of foul being given there, but the advantage played. I have to say, a lot has been let go this game quite reasonably. Kavanagh, Farinella, Bertolicio stepped up into midfield with Simmons coming on. Rory Jordan pulls him down. Spirit immediately looked to go the other way. Nicholas. Bertolicio pulls down Nicholas there. Wigan wraps it into the front post, and Kalats collect that quite calmly. 5.5 left to go. Simmons will pump it up the line. Cornwell wanted a piece of Stewart. Ends up with a ball. Arambasic. Connor Starbo, great vision to find Nicholas. Ball inside for Akufa. Kalats again. Nicholas puts it up, and it looks like will go over the side.
Is it JP, yeah? No. Higher! Hire's coming on. Higher! Yep. He's off, good. Kimmo, you start!
In that break in play, number 3, Kaya Williams off for NWS Spirit, being replaced by number 21, Harry Keys. Segreto. Terrific there to open it up. Simmons. Stewart down this left-hand side. Spirit have let APIA get back into their shape here. Farinella picks up the loose touch. Afuka. Cornwell into Wigan. Wigan, little flick past Stewart, but didn't get the ball back. Keys does, though. That heavy touch. Be behind for a goal kick. Alex Denmead. The final switch for APIA Leichhardt. Jordi Segreto. Has his number called. Number 30, Alec Denmead. Pachevsky. Down the line, Keys. And Aaron Bassick might get there, but for Simmons. Great strength of physicality. Pachevsky. The Spirit bubble almost deflated by how resilient APIA have been. Simmons. Denmead has his pocket picked. Aaron Bassick. Simmons picks up the loose ball. Denmead. Can they snatch and grab here, APIA? Out wide. Denmead! Wow. Only been on the pitch a minute or two. And Alex Denmead so very nearly the hero for APIA Leichhardt. Franco Parisi's having kittens in the coach's box. Four minutes I can see. 4 minutes of added time coming our way. Oliver Carlat's been given his last warning for time wasting. The last warning before the yellow card, that is, so I'm sure he'll have a bit more in him. Conestabo, Farinella swipes at it.
Officials indicated that there will be 4 minutes of added on time.
Cornwell. Foul called back there. Conestabo was brought to ground. And now the desperation starts to come in for Spirit. They know how long they've got left, and it's not a lot of time. but it's just enough. Cornwell into Keys. Afuka. Stewart comes away with it. Farinella swipes at it. Denmead. Cornwell will put it up in the corner. Kuta has a swipe at it. And Spirit have a corner. Does Spirit have the dagger? Do they have the ticker? Arambasic! Pachevsky with the winner! At the death for Spirit! The dagger I spoketh, the dagger cometh. Northwest Sydney Spirit have finally broken the door down. And the 10-men APIA, after fighting for so long, have got nothing left. Arambasic now gets on the wrong side of Simmons. Kavanagh immediately goes to the corner. And now it's his turn to chew the clock. It stayed in. Spirit will keep it there. 60 seconds on the clock. I said Rockdale and Marconi would be watching this with keen eyes. I think everyone will be, with the story that's played out here tonight. And half the Spirit players wanting that second, half of them wanting to go to the corner. It's all going awry here. Denmead. One last chance at a break for APIA. Denmead bursting past Pachevsky. And Marquez will fall on it as we tick into the 95th. There'll be no sense of urgency now. It's taken them 93 minutes to do it. But Spirit have bombed in and bring the 3 points tonight here at Christie Park. The Northwest Sydney Spirit get the double over APIA. And the courageous 10 men of APIA will head back empty-handed to Leichhardt. Franco Parisi's men holding on for so long. But the big man, Jamie Pachevsky, the real difference maker here tonight. Full time at Christie Park. It's Northwest Sydney Spirit 1, APIA Leichhardt 0. I've been Beau Clements. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the match of the round between Marconi and Rockdale, as the continuation of the 2025 title is back tomorrow. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow afternoon.